Joined at this stage by General VP Malik, the former Chief of Army Staff. So thanks very much for being with us. You know, you've seen the protests, and therefore, are you convinced that Agniveers will get a job after 4 years? Because a lot of these protesters, and I think these protests are terrible in terms of the violence that has taken place. Do you think, you know, people are worried that they won't get a job? So are you convinced that Agniveers will get a job after 4 years?
Vishnu, I think we have to understand that the armed forces are a volunteer force. It's not a welfare organization, and it would like to have the best people who can fight the war for the country, who can defend the country. I believe that the scheme has many advantages, many plus points. There are a few concerns which probably will be looked after or looked into as the scheme gets implemented. Now, as far as 4 years is concerned, already the government has announced that there will be a lateral entry into the paramilitary forces and the police forces will be given. I think some states have also announced, and I am sure that with the kind of qualification they will have when they go, a larger number of them will get inducted in the private sector also. But I cannot at this stage say that everybody will be guaranteed another job after they leave after 4 years.
But sir, people want to be hired for 15 years, not 4, hence these protests.
Let me be clear about it. That firstly, obviously, I mean, those people who have indulged in Gundaism and burning trains and buses, etc., they are not the kind of people that we would like to have in the armed forces. The second point is that, yes, there were a number of people who had been tested. They could not complete the tests for recruitment when we suspended recruitment of these people. So some of those people would be now over age. They will not be able to be. They will not be eligible for the Agnipath scheme.
Right.
So their anxiety, their frustration, I can understand, because now they are over age and they will not be able to get in the scheme. But this Gundaism that is going on. We are a volunteer force. Nobody is forcing people to join the army. And as I said, that we have to have the best people to be able to defend the country.
Okay. So now people are trained to handle very high-tech systems, you know, will be out in 4 years. Isn't that a problem?
Look, firstly, the emphasis is there to now recruit people who are better educated and who are techno-savvy people. And therefore, there is also an effort to draw people from ITI and other technical institutions. They are being given bonus points. And that is the kind of people that we want in the armed forces. Now, these people, whether it's a short period, I don't agree with that. Having seen how the boys performed during Kargil war, some of them came straight from the regimental centers, joined the battalions which were fighting the war. And similarly, I have also seen young officers who not only belong to a particular regiment, they belong to ASC, AOC, and EME, etc. They joined the infantry battalions and they fought war. I mean, I can name Captain Hanifuddin, I can name Vijayan Thapar. They were not they were not commissioned into the regiment where they fought and where they gave up, where they got killed during action. They performed very well. So this business that 4 years is not good enough, I don't quite agree with that. Yes, for the technical people, perhaps 4 years, they could be given extension because high-tech jobs are there in the EME, signals, etc. In those jobs, 4 years may not be sufficient. We may like to give them some more.
Sure.
But again, I want to emphasize that let this scheme get into motion. And once we get to know where are the drawbacks, then corrections can take place.
What happens to the regimental system, sir?
Firstly, I don't think the regimental system is being eliminated. It is still there. It will continue to be there. The other thing I want to mention is that looking at the number of people who will be inducted, look, every year we have about 50,000 people who go on pension from the army. And we are now recruiting in all three services 48,000 or 46,000, something like that. So the induction in a unit is not very many. There are very few people who will be there. So I don't think the unit spirit in any way is getting affected, at least not for a decade or so. And that regimental spirit starts off from the time a boy joins the regimental center for training, and that continues as long as he remains in the unit.
All right. Well, sir, wonderful speaking to you as usual. General VP Malik, the man who won us the Kargil war along with his band of brothers, the young soldiers that he commanded.